I had planned this video for a while. The original inspiration was actually to make music for each day. Then I decided to make a whole video to go with it. I had to erase the printing on the torsos of Adam and Eve to make it look like just bare skin. This was okay since I bought the torsos specifically for this project. I wanted a giant sky background for this video, so I got a big paper sheet and painted it to look like the sky. One technique I used to make the water was plastic wrap. I put the plastic wrap over a blue cloth and moved it around to make it look like waves. This was actually kind of tedious since I was animating at 12 frames per second and had to take a lot of pictures. I used synthetic cotton to make a lot of the clouds. For the lightning inside of the cloud, I used the phone flashlight and put that behind. The first and second days of creation were relatively easy, but for the third day I had to make land and plants. Since this video was about the creation of the whole Earth, I had to make a lot of different scenes. Day 4 was the creation of the sun, moon, and stars.
Here I have a tiny sun in the middle of a blue background. It's actually just a mirror with a light reflected on it just right, so you get the reflection in the camera. Another way I made the sun is with a hole in a piece of paper, and the light shines through.
For day 5, when all the fish and birds appear, I wanted to make a big whale to go in the ocean. It's not perfect, but you can tell it's a whale. When the whale jumped out of the water, it flopped onto its back. The way I did this was I actually tilted the camera instead of the whale. So I try to think of different shots that would look interesting, and then I have to figure out how to make that work in the actual video. For this whale, I'm thinking it would look good from above, looking down into the ocean, and also from below, looking up. Most of the time, for the fish swimming in the ocean, I would put them in front of a blue screen and then put them in the ocean. In this instance, however, I built a rig for the turtle to slide along. This way the turtle's shadow would appear on the ocean floor. The way I made the baby owl hatch from its egg was a little bit complicated. First, I animated the egg wobbling, and at the moment it cracked, I took the whole thing out completely and took a picture of where it was. On the computer, I cut away the top half of the egg and animated it falling down. The lower half of the egg was still there, and behind that was the little owl. The picture without the egg was used to fill in the empty space. In day 6, the creation of humans, I had Adam and Eve exploring the world. To do this, I had to build scene after scene for them to be in. I have this set up so I can rotate the whole thing and have the light source stay in one fixed spot. On day 7, I could just rest. Actually, there were a lot of scenes left to film. I was hesitant to build a waterfall because I knew how tedious it would be to move all those little water pieces. In the video you see a swarm of krill that the whale is going after. This was actually easy to make. I first filmed 2 little orange pieces moving around randomly. I then duplicated them in different positions over and over and over again, and made them little. In this video I used a lot of stock video and other visual effects. One of the main things I used a lot was ocean video, which looked nicer than plastic. Another thing I used frequently was a sun effect. I would put that over top the other sun that I had to make it shine better. Finally, after 8,500 pictures and hours of editing, the whole thing was done. I am planning to continue the story of the Bible in a later video, but that could be a little while. For now, thanks for watching.